All right, Brad.
Yes.
Yeehaw!
Our nation.
It's time for some good old down-home rootin' and or tootin', courtesy of Starhawk.
Great.
This is the follow-up to Warhawk.
Yeah.
Not necessarily directly connected.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thematic consistency.
Okay.
But this game is all space western.
Yeah, Warhawk was not so much regular western, to my understanding.
No, not really. So, this game is about a mining conflict.
Okay.
Basically.
So there's a corporation?
There's a union, and then there are scabs, and the scabs are warped versions of humans that have been corrupted by this rift energy.
Space scabs?
Space scabs.
Okay.
They're literally called scabs.
Okay. As they should be.
As they should be. Fucking
dirty fucking
crossing
strike breakers. Fuck. Yeah.
That's right.
I already
Full-on unions. No, I don't even. No. So this game has a campaign, which we're in right now, and these are the cutscenes. This kind of motion comic-y thing that has all the continuity of a fever dream. The way it kind of just wipes back and forth between scenes and people and stuff. Like it never really, never really settles down.
Even so, this is already more story than I expected this to have. Cause
yeah, I mean, Warhawk didn't have a campaign at all.
I thought it was just like multiplayer matches with bots or something.
But basically, you and your guy in the sky, Cutter, are out here to kind of help the guys that have the claims on these worlds to get this rift energy, to get them to fight off the outlaw and the outcasts, which are the scabs.
I bet they'll pop their nasty heads up the moment the Union tug jumps in.
So basically, you're trying to make sure that a bunch of energy gets transferred to this tug ship so that it can warp out of the system. And I'm going to skip the rest of this. So this is also going to serve as kind of a tutorial for the Hawk here.
Ready to light her up? Climb on in, and let's take this bird on a scout of the outer spur. See if our old stomping grounds has changed a bit.
So, you know, I'm this dude, I'm Emmett.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can do third-person shootery type stuff, multiple weapons, all that stuff, but, you know, there's a vehicle component here. We get in our robot suit.
Let's see how she's running.
Oh, space.
And out here is space.
I didn't know you were in space.
And then I transformed into a jet.
Wow, okay.
All right.
I can get down with this.
Your calibration
Yeah.
path is up. That'll take you in.
I have the advanced flight controls on. It doesn't let you roll like that by default.
Here's a chick.
Did you have to prove yourself?
No, I had to prove that I could go into the menus and say, like, dude, come on,
Some spurs in.
I know how to fly.
I don't know, that takes a lot of coordination.
Oh yeah, they work. Looking good. Remember to watch your fuel. It can burn off fast.
Where am I going?
See that platform? Head for it.
So are you in this thing for like the entirety of the campaign?
No, not
Or
at
is
all.
it just kind of like when they feel like it, they give you the robot?
Well, you eventually, so a big part of this game is actually, it's not just a shooter where you're in these vehicles or not in these vehicles. Like, a big part of it is the ability to build structures that then spawn vehicles and other units and stuff like that.
That sounds like a very multiplayer-focused feature.
Very much. So, you know, here in the single player, you know, I actually can't even pop it out right now, unfortunately. But it's basically the build menu is a radial menu that lets you call down structures from the sky.
Where all good structures come from.
Yeah.
Liar? I'm calling you dead weight. We got too much work to be looking at the sky. Hand me that wrench.
It was a scab hawk. I know what I saw.
If I see another one, I ain't telling you. It's fine by me.
Hey, who's that guy?
I don't know. According to you, he might be a scab. No, he's not.
So it's not all in space also. Most of the game actually takes place kind of planet side, you know, dusty western mining town looking stuff.
We did too. It's not one of us. Freightway control to all Union vessels. Be on the alert. We have reports of a rogue ship in the area.
Let's go get this guy.
Our cue.
Do you ever play a mental game with sci-fi stories when they state what year they take place in? Where you kind of sit there and eyeball it and think about how plausible it is that this kind of thing would be taking place in that year?
No,
Know what I mean?
what year did they just say?
3407.
That seems plausible.
Sure.
This sort of thing could be taking place.
Sure, or everybody would be dead by then.
Yeah. But would they build western towns with saloons and stuff? No.
Yeah.
That's the part that...
Sure.
Stop betting things go bad. That makes it interesting. For you, yeah.
Woo!
It makes for a long day. Judging by
This
the
reminds me of something.
looks like
What was
the
that,
outcast came from that asteroid cluster.
God, what was it? PlayStation 1 early games. Like Colony Wars?
Warhawk?
What? No.
No. Oh.
Does that ring a bell?
Colony Wars? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the flight totally looks like that for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about it.
2 more scouts are up
Something
ahead.
about this looks a lot like that.
Swarm lasers. Got flares at the ready.
Nah, whatever. Original Warhawk is nothing but drunken cluster missiles.
Missile coming in hot.
Game began and ended
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
So I ended up with a limited edition version of the game, which didn't cost any more than the other version. I don't know if it's a retailer exclusive or if they're all like this, but it actually comes with the original PlayStation 1 Warhawk.
Oh, man.
as a download.
I gotta
which
see
thought was
that.
kind of cool.
See, that's kind of neat. Sure.
Yeah.
Gotta shake 'em. They've locked on. You're all right. Wait for them to lock on, and then cut it hard.
What is it? Okay. Okay. All right.
Nice cut, mate. You still
They're
got
teaching you
hooks
to
on the
evade.
radar.
Yeah.
Take 'em down.
Oh man, I missed this part of this tutorial with the power slides. That's oh, this changes
Oh, man.
everything, man.
Really?
Evading missiles, you know, you can take plenty of hits, but you can also just kind of roll like crazy, and you'll dodge most of them.
Yeah.
When they get locks on you and stuff like that. Why don't we stop screwing around? This game could do with some more kind of on-screen HUDs for some of this stuff. Like I'm kind of staring at the map a lot. To kind of get these guys lined up, and with the advanced flight turned on, it actually is a little bit harder to line them up because there's no sense of depth.
This game have 3D support. Speaking of depth.
No,
No?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Good enough.
Look at that! Oh, that's just
kinda,
both,
yeah.
and you can power slide. Dude, Jesus!
So you went through the whole game.
Went through the whole campaign.
Man.
And apparently somehow missed that prompt. I had trouble evading the first time through this because I didn't have the advanced flight on also, so it was just kind of like flying just felt real stiff. So that's my first recommendation: is just turn that on if you're going to play this. But the campaign, generally speaking, is kind of inconsequential. It's not especially long. I guess I'd say it's average length by shooter campaign standards and stuff.
Yeah, I mean you finished it in a day, right?
Yeah. It's an afternoon. The one thing it does do though is it really is pretty good about showing you what the different structures are and stuff, and letting you use all that stuff before you get into the multiplayer is really valuable. So I'd probably still recommend people play it even if they're just looking to dive into multiplayer, because there's really no tutorial outside of the campaign.
Yeah, I mean that sounds a lot better than just sitting through some dry 30 minutes of
Yeah.
put your structure here, now it does this.
I'm done being a target.
Yeah. Let's load up a different campaign level that'll show some of the ground stuff, and then we'll just get into the multiplayer.
So what's the mix like? Like how often are you on foot? How often do you get in the robot?
Most of the time, you're on surfaces with a lot of, or in places with a lot of land. And in those levels, you can still build launch pads that will spawn hawks. So it's kind of in most missions, if you want to go aerial, you can. And in a lot of cases, sorry, kick your cable there. In a lot of cases, the campaign is set up almost like a tower defense game, in that it'll tell you, like, in 60 seconds, this type of enemy is going to be coming from this direction. And it gives you a little bit of time to drop down some structures, like, okay, we need to put this kind of turret here to deal with this. And obviously, I'm going to need to be aerial to deal with these guys, so I better get a launch pad down here. And in the campaign, he spends a lot of time saying, like, I need one of these! And then you drop one down.
Your own people have no need for you.
You think you know me?
We share the same scars, the same blood.
Skip.
Damn it.
Come on. All right.
This is it. Scourge. A vile planet to build a pipeline on, but a perfect place to find a scab. And they're out in full force.
And the tug. How soon till it's fully loaded?
Not sure. I'm checking on that. Ready? Here we go. You're launching in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
All right. What have we got?
All right.
All
What do
right.
we got?
Yeah.
So you see now I don't have a lot of structures available right
So
now.
you don't have to be in the Hawk to build stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so I can just drop it down. You see in the upper right corner there, I have my energy, and each unit will take a different number of pips of that energy.
How do you get more?
Killing dudes.
Oh, great.
The ultimate resource. Murder.
Death.
I think his run animation's a little...
Yeah, I can't think exactly how to characterize that, but it looks off.
See that?
It's off in the sense that no one would run like that.
Yes.
Gotta fight fire with fire. Ready up a sniper tower.
So, you know, they're still kind of tutorializing you on how to use these different units all through the campaign. And now I can call down a sniper tower.
That's good.
Right there.
Because you are getting sniped.
Yeah, health regenerates.
Okay.
Even in the multiplayer, so it's sort of... Not in vehicles, though. Vehicles will get ripped up. If I want to reclaim any of these structures, I can do so.
Wait, so they can take them from you?
No. It's like you get some of the resources back that you spent.
Oh, you know, like buy it,
destroy
sell
them.
it,
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
it.
sell it
Okay,
back.
gotcha.
Scabs off the pumping station.
Okay.
Union rigs would have me pull the plug on this load-up. This tug isn't made to catch bullets, so make it quick.
Didn't know what hit it.
Oops. Did I miss again? Jesus. What am I doing?
I think you're just a little high.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, so, you know, we can kind of... That guy's moving.
Shoot him.
Stand still,
Shoot
jerk.
him.
Whoa, look at him.
Yeah, like that.
Don't run, you will just die tired.
Okay, let's see. It's a mainline.
So the enemies will drop in like that too. They'll give you kind of outlines as to where they're going to be coming in when they do drop.
Can you override it?
Yeah, but it's going to be quicker to reroute the system. The schematics show a master switch at that rift processor. You just got to find it and hit it.
I'm on
Processor. So how many different structures are there? It looks like that wheel is pretty big.
Yeah, what's it, like 12 or something?
Yeah.
16?
Do you kind of end up needing all of that stuff in different scenarios by
They
the
all
end?
serve different purposes.
Yeah.
You know, the game never does like an RTS style mission where it's like, okay, you got to build up a base and then take out the enemy base.
Oh, that's a shame.
Like it never does anything
That
like
would be
that,
cool.
which seems like what this is sort of built for.
Yeah.
But instead, it's you know, like I said, it's very specific about, you know, okay, these enemies are going to be coming. Like if there's ever an area you need to hold down, it very quickly lets you know,
Still a level up. The schematics show a ladder.
you know, what's coming.
Right.
Still enemy snipers back there. Sure. Also, you eventually get an outpost that'll spawn more allies, and if you build stuff near them, they will equip themselves with it. So if I build a watchtower, they will get sniper rifles. If I build one of these supply bunkers, they'll pick up rocket launchers. If I build a launch bay, they will, you know, all get hawks and take off, or hang out with you. If you take off, they'll take off. So it's you never really order them around per se, but they're pretty good about doing what you're doing, which I thought was kind of nice.
Yeah. Sounds like those hawks are kind of a dime a dozen.
Yeah, they're flimsy. I mean, the game is structured. You know, like as a multiplayer game, they've really structured it in this kind of rock paper scissors way of just like the beam turrets will just immediately eliminate hawks if you fly close to them. So if your base is defended by those, they're not going to be able to fly over it very easily.
So you want to go in on foot?
Yeah, so you want to go on a foot or go in a tank or something like that, or not a tank, because the beam turrets probably think it'll shoot at tanks as well.
I assume there's got to be some kind of like anti-tower or turret weaponry.
Yeah, I mean the tanks can convert into artillery mode
Okay.
and sit at range and just bomb on a base. which is pretty damaging. So wait a minute. Oh, okay. So
You know what I can't stop thinking about? When I had that scab in my hands, sapping him dry. Cutter, the way he went on about
It's like
the
Scab
wolf
deserves.
yeah. All right. So
That scab had it coming.
let's drop a. It's not gonna work right there. Where's it gonna work? Right there.
So as long as you're not like effing up geometry, you can put stuff pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, and if it's destructible geometry, like you know a building that's already been blown up, you can actually just drop
even talk to
it right over the top of it
Okay.
and blow it up.
So it's not like there are like tower points you have to put towers on or
Right.
anything.
No.
Possessed.
Nah, just crazy.
Like some of these enemy pods will probably land on these turrets I just created, knowing my luck.
That's looking a little rough there.
Each one of these is only gonna be one dude,
Yeah.
though. So it's I mean, you're pretty resilient. It's not really.
Well, I mean rough for those
Oh
turrets.
well, yeah.
Turrets seem to be doing their work actually.
Yeah, I mean, your structures are pretty kick-ass. And as you can see, they're all just popping out energy that I'm getting that I can use to put down more turrets if I want. You do have a structure limit. You see 4 out of 23 up there in the corner.
Big budget.
Yeah, those turrets are killing dudes faster than I can. Oh, but they're actually getting hits on this thing over here, so something's gone wrong. But yeah, it's really easy just to call in structures in the middle of combat and get stuff down when you need it.
Does this campaign ever get especially challenging?
There's a couple spots. This level actually is one of them where a little later on it starts to get it gets tough. It's not super crazy, but it's tough enough to where I died and then ran into cases where the checkpoints were a little far off. So I had to kind of redo things that weren't exciting enough to want to redo, and that was a real drag. There's a few spots in the campaign that I ran into that exact situation, and that's unfortunate. And the campaign's just kind of boring. Like it teaches you how to play, and that makes it super useful. But the story isn't especially great or well told. Like those motion comics really just kind of almost feel like they're there for effect, just to give you kind of a sense of the world rather than tell you a story. So, you know, a lot of the blanks about the nature of the world are left completely blank.
Wait a minute. Who are these weird-looking gentlemen?
They're scabs.
Okay.
They're humans that have been converted into
Just got uglier.
stuff by the rift energy, I guess. Like they
Okay.
kind of, you know,
That guy just looks like a Protoss or something.
yeah.
But I thought you were affected by the Rift energy.
Yeah, but only part way.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think I'm asking more questions than this game can answer from the sound of it.
It seems like it was maybe not their main focus. Actually, these guys will really. These guys really don't like getting shot in the head here.
Who does, though? Really?
Yeah.
If that didn't get your heart rate up, you better check your ticker. Well done, Emmett.
Okay.
We got him! The Apex is down! Yeah! Let that big goon rot!
And the hits keep coming. Those bombers are zeroing in on the
So now you'll see that this level trend basically goes from being a ground-based level into an air-based level.
You got it. Launch pads are standing by. You might want to hook those Rifter boys up. I bet there are a few hot jocks among them.
All right.
Finding a place to put your thing seems a little finicky.
Yeah, it's not always like this.
There you go.
I think I just, you know, if I hadn't put those turrets there, then there wouldn't have been a problem. Whenever there's any significant air situations, they put weapons everywhere. And these things have a lot of secondary weapons to choose from, but when you're dogfighting, it seems like those are the most useful. And it'll occasionally slow down a little bit when you're getting a kill, which is kind of a cool little effect. That'll happen both here and on the ground.
All the cinematic stuff seems pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like the way the camera moves in and out when you jump in your thing, your hawk.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like it's got polish. It's got some style to it.
Definitely.
Looks pretty nice. Whoa.
All right, we're out of those, so we'll switch to swarm lasers.
Power-ups just floating around in the sky are kind of weirding me out.
Yeah, I mean that's something that I think makes a lot of sense in a multiplayer game,
Yeah.
and you want those icons to be recognizable at a distance.
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's definitely it's a little strange.
It's like when you're placing your towers, they go to some effort to justify it by saying like, oh, they dropped from an orbital platform,
right,
or something.
But here it's just like, I don't know, there's weapons in the sky. Don't ask.
They are all color-coded.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh man, show me that power slide.
Yeah, God, why am I doing more of that?
Oh my God.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I mean I can kind of bump into the ground a little bit, and that's not going to be, I'm not going to immediately die.
Clearly,
It'll let you grind around, and then if anything gets too weird, I can just turn back into a robot. You can still fire your secondaries from here, but those will only lock on to air targets, so I can't lock on to ground-based dudes with those lasers. You kind of just have to shoot them and hope they hit. Oh, the power slices. Man. So there's another couple more waves of those dudes, but why don't we just... Yeah, so this switches back to ground for a little bit, but now I can theoretically bomb them if I want. Which these guys are a little hard to hit from the Hawk.
Could you just go step on them?
Yeah, there's a melee attack when you're in robot form is indeed stomp. But I stomped on something there that killed me. So this is pretty awesome. Anytime you pause it, you were looking at the main menu of the game.
Oh wow!
This is just straight up server browser. There you go,
Jeez.
Right there, ready, full.
That's cool.
Pretty awesome.
That's real snappy.
You can create a game from here. You can customize your dude. There are skills. There are active skills you can activate, and these will be things like the one I have activated right now is get more XP faster.
That's all just for multiplayer. The skills.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the little stretchy cursor.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like an inchworm.
Clans, calendars for your clan, multiplayer homeworld, just like a little area you can hang out in. I don't know.
Okay.
It's got a co-op game that's basically a wave-based survival mode. Kind of makes it a little more tower defense-y even because it's it shows those icons of what's going to be coming, and there are 5 rounds, and you got to protect the thing in the middle. And
do you get XP in the co-op?
Yes.
Multiplayer?
Yes.
Cool.
But why don't we go to the game list, and we'll see how much we can suck. I mean, this game, you can say it about any multiplayer game that's team-based, anything like that. You can always say this, but I think it really goes for Starhawk more than most, is that coordinated teams, people working together and communicating are going to dominate.
Yep.
Because there is that aspect of building structures and stuff like that. At the beginning of the game, everyone's going to have a finite amount of resources with which to build, and if everyone just says like, I'm going to build a launch bay, and you end up with a base full of launch bays, and you're like, why did we? This was dumb.
Right. Or everybody is in the Hawk because they want to. They want to play with the robot that turns into the jet.
Exactly, and then no one's they're just getting shot out of the sky left and right. Like you need a set of mixed forces to really kind of take advantage of the amount of strategy contained therein.
Load time's a little rough.
Yes,
here
the load times are a little rough. And then when you're creating servers, you can specify that ground pounder thing on the screen there was kind of the weapon loadout, I guess, that this server has set. I haven't really found any spots that really tell you what those are. So you can only spawn within your team's safe zone. There's an outpost you can deploy that will give you kind of a drop zone outside of this main area, if you like.
Spawn point.
And in multiplayer, I can actually move around here while I'm deploying. You can use this to land on dudes, which is pretty sweet. Also, we're the bad guys.
I don't like the way that looks at all.
I don't like these guys.
That's really gross and unpleasant. It's weird glowing space.
Akuji the Heartless
zombie guy
up in here.
Yeah.
So when you're in your base, you're going to constantly be getting resources from your main rift thing here. So if you hang out in your base, you'll eventually get enough to build more stuff. Actually, I don't know that we need to build anything right now. What do we got? Oh, hey, can I get your... No?
Great. It's a vehicle-based multiplayer game. Guy gets in tank, drives away.
Yeah, so I can run up and spawn a tank here like this guy's going to do. I'm going to hop on.
At least you did not get out of range of the button prompt that time.
Yeah. And you get the soundtrack definitely helps convey that kind of Western.
This guy's watching.
Oh God!
This guy's watching.
I hit the reload button and it's the jump out button.
Weird.
All right, well, we're on our own now. That guy's gone.
These guys were into Firefly, is what you're saying. Seems to be the case. Actually,
yeah.
You know what? These guys actually look like the Reavers.
I've never seen
bit.
Firefly.
It's pretty good.
Keep it up, man. I can feather this trigger all day long. I'll lose this fight eventually.
Thought he was gonna wise up. But...
Nope.
Oh no! That thing looks useful.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those. I mean, it's not armed or anything like that, but it's good for getting around.
Yeah, sure.
I got blown up by someone. All right.
Did you play all of the first Warhawk? I mean, not the first Warhawk.
The PS3. I didn't play a ton of it. I really thought they did some really cool stuff with it, though. You know, it was just a neat game.
Did it have this much of a focus on vehicles and mobile deployment and stuff like that?
I mean, it was definitely like more strategic than your typical multiplayer shooter,
right?
For sure. So for ground pounder, launch pads are not available. So.
So Hawks.
The Razorback is one of those units that needs at least 2 people because someone has to be on the turret. Outpost will be your multi kind of thing. All right, let's build a tank and go, I guess.
Sure. Wait.
No, I want to drive the tank.
All right.
Oh jeez,
man,
they have destroyed our tank spawning thing.
Building shit out of there.
All right, which one is the tank spawning thing? Do I not have enough? No, where is it? Oh, dude, that's the Razorback. Oh, it's 10. It's 10.
You're almost there.
That's a lot.
You're almost there.
All right, he's got something coming. There we go. Whoa. You go.
So basically nothing in your base is sacred. Like they can blow up just about anything.
Yeah, totally.
That's kind of rough.
It's always the worry that you're going to spawn a tank and then someone else is going to jump into it and ride away. And you're like, dude, that's not at all cool.
It's uncouth.
This is also not cool.
Yeah.
Driving over my own turrets like that. All right. Oh, man, these things are... Nice. All right. We're facing backwards. All right. We got it. We got this. Jesus. see if maybe there's some higher ground or something where we can get some sort of overwatch on that base.
Do a little sieging.
Yeah.
Is this the thing that can turn into artillery?
Yes. Yeah. So I can hit
that.
left or right on the.
Oh, it's not even like a transform into.
Nope.
Wow, you just do it.
Just do it.
Can you keep moving?
No. That's the trade-off.
But wow. But it takes basically no time to get back into
Not a lot of time.
mobile mode.
Yeah, it's pretty snappy.
This ain't like a siege tank or something. I mean, it is, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Siege it. Oh. Oh no! Somebody's onto you. Oh, fuck. Wow.
Yeah, nothing's resilient.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, everything can be taken out, and
Now it seemed like 2 solid shots from that main gun to kill you.
yeah,
That's,
which is pop pop. You know, it's
yeah.
it's
If he rolls up behind you unexpectedly,
oh, I wish I could have landed on that tank.
you probably do. Oh, would that actually do significant
Oh yeah,
damage?
absolutely.
Really? So you're invincible right now.
Right now, but not for long.
But it doesn't do you much good, right?
yeah,
Can't do anything in there. If you wanted to be an anti-tank guy, like on foot, what would you do?
I would build the supply bunker.
Okay. I really like the building animations.
Yeah,
When they pop out of the ground.
and the bunker grants access to this rocket launcher.
Okay. So there are no hard character classes as such.
No.
You just
No, not at all.
supply yourself.
If you build the bunker, which there's already one over here, you can run in there and get rocket launchers. If you build the watchtower, there's a sniper rifle at the top of it.
Whoa!
There's no real. Is that an outpost? Oh yeah. So 20 seconds left. We're up by 5. I think we'll do okay in this team deathmatch. But I want to get out of this game after this match and find one that is going to allow us to have some hawks. This will actually lock onto hawks from the ground, and like 2 of these will take one out. They can evade, of course. Victory, 98 XP.
You
Yay.
win. This horrific monster thrusts his fist into the air
Yeah,
in
he's
celebration.
pumped. All right, back to the home screen, back to the game list. So I'm still in that game, which is a little weird.
You want to hit up your skills before you jump into this one?
Yeah.
See what's in there.
So,
Whoop.
it's loading,
Oh no!
loading up the next.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're still in that
Aw.
game, and now you have to kind of sit through these loads, and sometimes you're kind of like we just were caught off guard by some of that stuff.
That was pretty quick.
And there's no fast, like when you go to quit game, it actually drops you all the way back to the game's main menu, which has to load out of the game and stuff. So I wish there was the way to just Quake server style, just drop connection and let me stare at this menu.
Sure. If you're following along with the Starhawk home game, now would be the time to hit your bong.
Right, yeah, that's... You know, I will say this about Starhawk.
Yeah?
More people talking than maybe any other PS3 game I have ever played.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a good sign,
it's
right?
only a few people per game,
Yeah.
but they're talking a lot. Which, like I said, I think for this game is key. You can customize your dudes. I unlocked that head and the torso and arms, legs.
Okay.
You can customize per faction. There are more options for the human faction than there are for the alien or the outcast dudes. Anyway, skills. So yeah, slower weapon spread increase. You know, it's perk type stuff. I thought since it was my first skill, the thing that I would unlock would be get more XP, so I get more skills.
Naturally.
But it looks like you can only have one active at a time.
Oh.
So
Well, to get you to the next one faster, at least.
yeah. So it's not necessarily that you're unlocking all these skills and then picking a ton of them that I can see. All right. I'm gonna try zones. What's the Loadout Lone Wolf Blitz. I don't know. Again, they have all these preset loadouts, and they're available in 2 forms, regular and Blitz. I don't know what any of that means. It's not in the manual. If there's an in-game manual, maybe I should dig through that, but they don't really get into what that... I mean, you can tell Ground Pounder is the one where it's on the ground, and Air Superiority is the one that is focused on flying.
Those make sense.
Those make sense.
Self-explanatory.
There are a bunch of other ones that... There's like one that's like Classic Beta. Like, what? What's that even mean? 10 maps.
It's a healthy lineup.
Yeah, it's kind of like 2 per environment, so you have kind of 2 space maps. And then, you know, the other, whatever the other land environments are called. Not Space 1, Not Space 2. I think it's based on the planets that you actually see in the campaign.
How are the trophies split out in this? Do a lot of multiplayer ones?
Tons of multiplayer ones, yeah.
They know what side their bread is buttered on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's totally justifiable in this instance because the nature of the game. Let's go. Oh, this one's waiting for players to join.
That's your chance. Just run riot over all the shit.
But yeah.
Just the one kind of hawk?
Yep.
Like never another model, you can't really augment it or anything?
Nope.
It's just, here it is. Here's the Starhawk.
Yep.
All right.
They don't even ever call it a Starhawk.
Yeah.
They just call it a hawk. Oh, do I have to cap it? Like with a... Nah, maybe not. Maybe I just can't cap. Well, that's actually probably already my team. I might go over to the enemy one and see what happens over there. There's only one outcast dude on this server.
Do you know what the total player limit is?
32.
Wow, that's pretty good for...
Yep.
By console standards, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Very colorful game.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice.
It's
Like
pretty nice
the
looking.
fidelity isn't always outstanding.
Yeah.
It actually does some of that kind of Unreal Engine style, like, check out these bad textures, now you get the good textures.
Yeah.
Like, it'll do that from time to time. But I think generally speaking, yeah, it's pretty nice. Am I capturing this? Is that how this works?
Is there a bar? No? No, there's not. That's for something else. I don't know. Wait, the numbers at the top are changing.
I've not played zones before.
All the numbers at the top
Yeah, that's
continue to change.
because they control multiple positions.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can... I have not played zones before.
People keep leaving. I don't know if that's a good sign or not.
Yeah, well, sort of the problem with the server model they've got is, you know, anyone can just create a server and just gets added to the list, and sometimes, you know, if you're just joining servers, they do have a quick match option, which probably works fine. Well, there are not a lot of people in this game, so...
Oh, he got out of there. He wasn't having none of that.
I'm back over here.
Step on him. Step on him. Oh.
That was pretty close. It's a good thing I jumped out of there when I did. Are we the only people left in this game?
I was going to say, is it just you and that guy?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let's just see what Quick Match does. and take a look at one more map here, and then we'll call it a Starhawk.
Sure.
Yeah, I think structurally it's pretty cool.
Seems pretty well put together.
Yeah. I think the campaigns is kind of necessary, but not especially exciting or fun.
Underwhelming.
Yeah.
That's a fair knock, but also I wonder how many people even came to this looking for a campaign.
Right. I mean, it's kind of the next game from the Warhawk people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's
And probably, I mean, at this point, probably like the preeminent PS3 multiplayer experience, right? Unless you're playing Killzone 3 or something.
right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. If
Especially
you're-
for this
for
kind
PS3
of-
only. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
looking for preeminent online experience, I'd say probably Black Ops or Modern Warfare.
Well, yeah.
But
yeah. Well, specifically for this kind of like really vehicle-driven and strategic kind of thing.
well, then I might say Battlefield. But yes,
Oh man, you got me at every turn. Fine. All right, PS3 exclusive.
yes.
PS3 exclusive multiplayer games with tower defense elements and robots that turn into jets and a lot of slide guitar.
Oh, that shit, y'all.
I would say
that guy blew me up.
there is no game on the market that hits all of those notes
That is 100% true.
in quite the same way.
Oh. Hey!
That doesn't seem like a fair fight at all. Wow, except he totally just... All right.
Showed him what for. All right. Except now he's just flying over and strafing us. Let's just get some kind of turret down here just in case. I don't know that the little turrets will shoot it. Dude's in the air. But, is he still flying over? Are we good? We're good. We have nothing over here to fly away with. Oh!
Man. Those guys book.
He went and got bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things fly pretty fast.
From your
Yeah.
perspective on the ground, just seeing them fly overhead.
Yeah, it's just like whoosh, dead.
Like those things move in the way that you
That's how it should be,
expect
man.
a jet to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that looked really cool. Even though I'm sure it's a bitch to try to shoot him down.
Yeah, it kind of can be.
But it looks neat.
If only I could have landed on that dude. That would have been pretty cool. All right. Let's, oh, that needs 4. Let's hope we get to 4. I can build a supply depot and then, unless there's one somewhere already. No.
I don't know about that part of it. Like the whole like spawn and then stand around and tap your foot until you have enough to build your thing.
Well, you know, ideally, if your team is cooking, you know, everyone's building something different, and it's all. Oh, that was a Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna. Oh no.
Oh man. Oh man. Wow.
All right, what are we looking at numbers-wise? Because I feel like we're being overwhelmed. No, it's. We outnumber the other team.
Huh.
Oh, why you gonna? Let me. Oh, I was gonna pick up a rocket launcher out of that thing and shoot you down, dick.
The guy's angry. He's all. "Arr."
Understandable.
Man.
All right. Well, I think this is really still the right move.
Do it. Oosh.
All right.
Time to end this reign of terror.
Just looking at the sky and holding down the lock-on button.
Yeah, geez. Wait, did you get it on?
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is it for? Oh, how hard is it for them to evade once the rocket is away? Like, it's not that
it's
hard,
definitely
right?
not impossible. But I've certainly shot my fair share of players down doing stuff like this. So, I mean, it's still somewhat functional. All right, we're back up to 4. Anything good? Oh, that guy built jetpack stuff. That's better than nothing. Let's get out of here.
Whoosh.
It's a lot of music cues tied to you being in a vehicle. You got the jetpack music, the jetpack. Hey, what's up? Ah, landed all up in their base.
Oh, not for long. Oh.
Yeah, I shot at that turret and died. What do you think about that, suckers? All right. Probably not the best strategy. And that building I built's gone. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's Starhawk.
Anyway.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's,
seems neat.
Like I said, it's a game that really benefits from players that work together.
It sounds like people are down to work together. I mean, if people are chatting and stuff.
Well, you know what?
Or doing bong rips into their microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
It's been people doing bong rips into their microphone and complaining about the tanks sieging a base, mostly. So I actually haven't heard too much of actual strategizing.
Well, find some like-minded people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you've got some like-minded people, oh, I was gonna come over and cut you. I got this knife.
Pretty impressive space knife you got there.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Wait, I'm in their base. I probably shouldn't.
Just kill some stuff. Or do you even have a prayer of killing buildings on foot?
Yeah, I mean, with this. Oh, jeez.
Shooting up
Hey,
rockets.
what's
Oh,
up, man?
Wow.
He stomped me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for Starhawk. It is now available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get with a crew and play it if you have such a crew at your disposal. One of these days, I want to try to spawn in and land on a flying car.
I know. I was thinking that every time you dropped, I was like, man, maybe this would be the time.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I bet. Well, I don't bet, but it would be cool if there was a trophy for that or something.
There's trophies for spawning in on dudes. I already got that one.
Okay.
I landed on some tanks. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad.
Sure.
See ya.